So all you have to do now is go to the link and buy the course for $997. That is not true because I don't sell expensive courses on this channel. However, in today's video, I'm going to be explaining what these expensive courses are all about and why you see them on YouTube like crazy. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Greg and I like to talk about online entrepreneurship and share the resources that I wish I had along my journey. So if you're interested in making money online, feel free to look around the channel because everything here is completely free and you don't have to pay for expensive courses. With that being said, to all of you guys who are returning to the channel, welcome back. I hope you're all doing awesome. As always, thank you guys so much for all the support on these videos. And without further ado, let's get started. So in today's video, I'm going to break down what these expensive courses are all about that you see commonly here on YouTube. There's a couple variations of this that you guys have probably seen before. Notoriously is before you watch a video, you get this crazy advertisement with someone with flashy cars and things like that, telling you how to make crazy amounts of money. All you have to do is follow the link and sign up for the free training, and then the $1,000 course later. Now I will explain this, but the second version that you often see is you watch a pretty helpful YouTube video and then at the end of it, they tell you if you want more information, you have to buy the expensive course. So first things first, before we get into this, the first question is why should you listen to me and what is kind of my credibility on selling courses online? Well, my credibility here is before I even started on YouTube, I was selling courses over on Udemy. Now, yes, these are low ticket courses. They typically sell for about $10 compared to $1,000, which would be considered a high ticket course. Now, with that being said, I have created and sold over 30 different courses on Udemy. I have been on their best sellers list for many of those courses and accumulated over 50,000 students enrolled. Now, here's a plot twist for you. Recently, I took all of those Udemy courses and turned them into completely free courses. This was the result of some people being skeptical of this specific YouTube channel, saying that I was trying to push my Udemy courses. Those Udemy courses and this YouTube channel ad revenue is not where my income comes from. So to prove it, I made all of the courses free. Now my experience goes a little bit further than that. Not only have I made those low ticket courses on Udemy, but I've also created one high ticket course myself. This was about 1.5 years ago. I started working on creating a high ticket course myself. This was planned to be a $1,000 course that taught everything that I know about online business. The course took me about 6 months to create and I spent a ton of time on this. This was a really big project and I ended up selling this course for several $100s. Now the second plot twist is after about 8 months of this course being open and students enrolling, I actually closed the course so no new students could sign up and I ended up refunding all of the students, giving them all of their money back and allowing them to keep the course content. The reason that I did this was because I could not personally keep up with all of the questions coming from students in the course. These students had paid a premium for this course, so they get priority in me answering and giving them help. However, what I didn't see coming was how many hours per day I was going to be spending helping these students. So that in a nutshell is my credibility on courses, both low ticket and high ticket courses. And the big statement that I want to make for you guys on this channel is that I do not have any plans to make any courses in the future. So this channel is never going to turn into a watch this video and then buy this expensive course. Now with all of that being said, let's start to break down these courses. So you have the flashy courses trying to sell you in the advertisements, and then you have the courses that come at the end of the videos. Now these can be both the same courses, however the ones with the flashy advertisements are typically going to be more of the scammy style courses. This does not mean that all of those courses are scams, it just means that you should be cautious if you see a course presented that way, because there are great courses presented that way, and there are truly scammy courses presented that way. Now the courses presented the other way where you watched a YouTube video and at the end of it, they said if you want more information or the full detail on this, you need to buy the expensive course. Those are more likely going to be real courses that are going to help you, but still you need to be cautious either way. So one question that you're probably asking is why do you see so many of these expensive courses on YouTube compared to other places? The reason is pretty simple, and it's because YouTube is a video-based platform that offers advertising to advertisers, and almost all of these courses are video-based. So it's video to video, and the course creators have the ability to pay for advertising to target people interested in what their course is about. So the next question that a lot of people have are these courses good or are these courses bad? Now, I'll be the first to tell you that I have bought good courses and I have bought bad courses. The last course that I bought was about $800, and by using the information in the course, I did make my money back and then some. Now, that does not happen every time. I have bought courses where I almost immediately got a refund. As soon as I started going through the content on the course, I saw that the information in the course was just filled with fluff and there was nothing of value in the course. So with that being said is my first tip to you. If you are looking at any course, whether it's low ticket or it's high ticket, $10 or $1,000, make sure that you can get a refund on that course if you need it. The gold standard is going to be a 30-day no questions asked refund. So every person who makes a course and is selling it should be able to put this 30-day no questions asked guarantee on their course. If they cannot offer that, it means that they might be trying to hide something, so I would be a little bit more cautious before buying that course. The next tip I can pass on to you from experience is before you buy a course, if you are interested in one, go to Google and look up reviews of that course and see what people are generally saying about that course. Yes, you're going to find great reviews and you're going to find really bad reviews on just about anything in this world. So read between the lines and see if you can find an average of what people are really saying about the course. Now, with that being said, one of the biggest complaints that I've seen from students in courses and courses that I've been in talking to other students in those courses is that people say the course doesn't work or the course didn't work. In most cases, courses that I've been taking are online business courses. So they're teaching you different ways to make money and different strategies that the course seller have used and how those have worked. Now, what I have seen is from other students going through the course and watching the course and then saying that they haven't made money yet. When you say this out loud, it sounds like a crazy thing to say that I watched the course and I didn't make money, so it didn't work. But that is really what's happening. So when you read some of these reviews, you might see people saying that, and you just have to keep in mind that if you are going to enroll in a course, watching the content is the first part. The second part is actually putting that content to work. So the last three things in this video are: 1, how much money can you really make with these courses? 2, why I don't sell courses, and 3, what I recommend for you. So starting with the first here, how much money can you really make with these courses? That depends on how much you're willing to spend on advertising to get in front of people who are interested in that course content, or how much of a following you already have built up. Now, some of these big YouTubers like Graham Stephan or Meet Kevin, they sell courses themselves and they're several $100s to buy them. Now, since people in this category have such a big following on YouTube, they make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month from course sales alone. With that being said, their courses are actually good. I am not affiliated with either of their courses, but they put real content and real value into their courses. It's important to think about it this way. Someone with that big of a following has a reputation to uphold. They have spent probably tens or hundreds of thousands of hours building up all of their content and their videos and the editing for the videos, all of their time building up their reputation online. It only takes seconds or one bad course that you offer to ruin your reputation. People in this category are not in a hurry to ruin their reputation. With that said, they know that they have to put real value into their courses so that after people buy it, they leave a good review, they recommend it, and their reputation stays high. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, for those that don't have a big following, they can still spend money on advertising to get their course in front of people interested in them. This is where you're going to find the biggest fluctuation of good courses and bad courses. The barrier to entry is the same for someone who is making a truly good course to someone who is making a bad course and presenting it and marketing it as if it's one of the good courses. This is where you have to be careful. However, for both of these, whether it's being paid to advertise or it's just presented to their following, they both have the same amount that they can be made. The amount that they can make is really endless. Those with a big following are getting tons of organic traffic, and those paying for advertising are getting paid traffic, but as long as their return on investment is positive, meaning that they spend $5 and they sell a course for $10, they can continue to do this and scale their budgets for advertising as high as they want. Moving on to the second thing here, why I don't personally sell courses anymore, and that is because I know that I personally will not be able to keep up with all of these students, and I want to give them all priority, but the second that someone pays me hundreds of dollars, I want to give them my full attention. This does not work in scale, unfortunately. I don't feel comfortable accepting a large amount of money from people if I don't know that I can give them my priority. The alternate approach that I have made gives me the same amount of fulfillment and transfers the knowledge to you guys just as well, and that's by creating these free videos on YouTube. I spend hours every day answering comments, but if I can't get to every single one that day, I can rest assured knowing that the next day I can catch up on those comments. Now, if every one of you guys had paid hundreds of dollars to get a response to that comment, I would never be sleeping. Hopefully that explains the situation a little bit better on why I spend so much time creating free videos here on YouTube. And the last part of this video are what are my recommendations to you? Well, I have two parts here. One is for if you are considering buying any courses, and 2 is if you're considering making any courses. This part's interesting, so stick around for that. The first part is if you're interested in buying any courses down in the future. Just do your research on the course, go over to Google and see what people are saying about the course, And then make sure that they have a no questions asked money back guarantee. Whatever the amount of days are on that guarantee, make sure that you keep track of that, because if you want to get your money back, you need to do it before that guarantee expires. And then on the other side, if you're interested in creating a course, this could be a great source of passive income for anyone who has experience or knowledge on a specific skill set. Typically, those people who can create the best value in courses are those who have been in the trenches per se. Those who have learned from trial and error and their own experience. They have learned information that is not commonly shared on the internet, so if they can package that nicely into a course, it is a great value for anyone to buy. Now, if you haven't created a course before and this was going to be your first one, I recommend starting with a low ticket course. I would not go straight for a $1,000 course until you know that you have enough value in that course that it's well worth the $1,000 of spend. So start with a course over on a course marketplace like Udemy, somewhere where you can film the course, upload it to their platform, and they basically have everything figured out for you. So just like that is the end of this video. I hope you guys have learned more about courses and why you see them sold here on YouTube so much. As always, if you have any questions, just let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I will see you all in the next video.